Yo, hello. Hello, it's Andre. I'm back with another video. I just made it back to my backyard, my house. And now, see, I'm back in I just left the park because the sun's rising. Look at that. So as the sun reaches this side of the earth, I'm going to make another video as the sun rises to start a new day. Beautiful, huh? Oh yeah. Sometimes I go outside to work out at night, so now I just got back to my place. So before I head back into my place to take a nap, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about, in this video, I'm gonna talk about why men should not let the world system drive them crazy. Hmm? I wanna talk about this next. So I want men out there to become aware of this, and boys, since they're gonna turn into men one day. So anyway, in this video, I'm gonna talk about, why it's important for men to not take this world system seriously. We live in a world system that tries to set men up for failure by trying to condition men to be unnatural, to be something that is normally not, from birth, to try to brainwash men. So this world system is literally designed to set men up for failure. That's right, to set men up for failure, to get men to set men up for failure, to get men to be driven crazy. And then they end up going to jail. You know what I'm trying to say? It's set up so a man, they try to make it so men have no outlet. So that way, they'll go into they'll basically, over time, it'll build up, right? And then they'll end up in prison, which is what they wanted. One of the things they want for men. Or dead, So that way they get to steal his melanin from his corpse. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I have to talk about this in this video. So, but they do this to all men, in general, no matter what race. Any man who's not part of the government, who's not part of the people with their secret society that teams up with the evil one. So anyway, to put it short, this world system is so ridiculous because it's built upon lies, upon lies, upon lies, for many hundreds of years. America's been around since over 400 years at this point, And basically, this current society, like I said, it's built upon lies, upon lies, upon lies. Like so much lies, man. That a man will be ridiculous. See, it's so ridiculous that a man will end up being ridiculous by acknowledging the system. Any man, it's like, how should I put it? It's foolish to take the world system seriously because of what it is. It's so ridiculous. It's a clown world. It's built upon lies that you have to be a fool to take the world system seriously. The world system is designed to drive males mad on purpose. So, what I'm trying to say is that in order to live a full, healthy life, to not only enjoy your riches and your health, and to be, enjoy life to the fullest and not take anything for granted, you must. Well, this comes with it too. So I'm gonna talk about this part. Yeah, this comes with it. You must not take the world system that you live in seriously. You must ignore the existence of your surroundings, of the world system itself, not the earth. Don't get the wrong idea. The earth is beautiful. The world's beautiful. I'm talking about the man-made system. The mankind-made system, I should say. So anyway, do not acknowledge the system. It will drive you crazy over time. Do not believe the lies of the system, because it won't turn out well for you. That's why I wanted to say in this video as the new day approaches. See, the sun's about to reach this half of the earth. Ain't that cool? But anyway, it's so beautiful seeing the sunrise. But anyway, like I said, if a man takes his world system seriously, then he's foolish. You have to be you'll be a real fool to take anything of this system that they promote seriously. They lie about everything. Oh, look, we want to help the children. Can you donate? Even that's a lie. Dude, the world system is one big pyramid scheme. Exactly. Countless things are scams. Dude, wake up, be aware. If you don't want to be driven crazy, see, you must not acknowledge the world system, because if you don't want to be corrupt by the world system, like what happened to many dudes over the course since the society started, right? Many dudes went mad because of negative emotions, jealousy, rage, anger. They allowed the system to make them go crazy. They allowed and why did that happen? Because they believed a lie. They took the world system seriously. They believed not all women are like that, when actually all women are like that. And all women can be like that. Remember that, folks. It's important to just know this stuff. So anyway, the fact that they believe that marriage is a normal thing, which is, it's been being with one woman your whole life has been constructed by the world system. It's a European system. It has nothing to do with the real reality of man sleeping with a woman. Yeah. But anyway, a lot of stuff has been made up by mankind, that's not part of the natural world. That's not part of the spirit world, despite how they try to promote. Everything they say is a false version of the reality, where there's the spirit world, the physical world, culture, media. They lie about all kinds of shit. So I'm here to tell y'all that you have to be a real fool to take the world system seriously. In order to not be a fool, you must not acknowledge the system you live in. Instead, live for yourself, do what you want, prosper. Don't use what you have and don't have, to compare to other people, and don't base your worth off of it, and don't try to compete with other people, you know what I'm saying? Because that leads to many mishaps. Don't base your worth off of what you have and don't have. You're supposed to enjoy your possessions, not show it off, or be like, oh, I wish I had that. Just no, get out of that mentality. Be thankful for what you got, and be thankful for what you don't got too. Understand? Be thankful that you're alive, that you're breathing. Be grateful for what you do have and what you don't have. That's right. Don't compare yourself to other men, because that's not masculine. That's effeminate. Society conditions y'all to think like a female. So that's why they want y'all to have that mentality. So live for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself. Don't take anything for granted. Don't worry. Don't doubt. Trust the source you within you. Trust the source you, the true self, which is what your real identity is. Yeah. So anyway, this world system, like I said, it's designed this way on purpose. It's not that they don't understand men. They do that on purpose. They do understand men, and this is part of their agenda, biology, to reverse things, make things unbalanced. The people do this stuff on purpose. They have laboratories where they experiment on different things, and it's the spirit world, the physical world. They research everything. Their ultimate goal is they will never reach that goal because it's not meant to be. But if they had their way, their ultimate goal is to rule everything, control everything. Yeah. Why do you think they're trying to shoot down the firmament? They're trying to see what it's like to, go up there into heaven. Yep. A lot of those people are literally brain dead or stupid, because it's pretty funny how they don't seem to know what God is, the source. That's something they can't fight against. But like I said, the source, but the same God said to me that he made them to be stupid on purpose. Oh, okay. So what they're doing makes sense. Yeah, these people are in the natural state of delusion. Ain't that funny? Oh, yeah. But so the people that run this world who are evil, they're just delusional, thinking that they're going to have their way with everything, not realizing they got this far simply because it was allowed to for a season by the source. Yeah. They got no real power. Yeah. They operate from the feminine side. If they want to enjoy real power, they must operate from the masculine side. Of course, if every man did that on earth combined, this world will be heaven. Oh, yeah. Yep. But like I said, not every man thinks in their right state of mind. So the men who are corrupt, who think in the wrong state of mind, that's why the world is the way it is. Yeah. If every man was in his right state of mind, his birthright, to be, to be about the mind beyond the emotion mind, to be true self-control. Every man would be, this world would be, and woman too. This world would be paradise. Yeah. That only happens if every man on earth combined, is in the right state of mind. But hey, as long as some of us are in the right state of mind, we're all about our life. That's a beautiful thing. It's better than no man being in this right state of mind. Yeah, as long as there are men out there in this right state of mind. That's right. That's the definition of hope. Hope will never die. That's right. But as I was saying, then the more a man that becomes aware and knows the difference between his emotion mind and his knowing mind, that's perfect. Yeah. So that's beautiful too. So, yep. So as I was saying, the system is designed this way on purpose. Well, everything they promote, the hating on men, trying to get you to feel shame just for existing, because they don't want you to be your true self. So they have to do all that stuff is meant to get you away from your true self, but to be disconnected from the source within yourself, so that way you're not fully there. you'll be disconnected and you'll be dumber and dumber and dumber. And you'll fall for the lies and you'll become a monkey controlled by the system. Yeah. Yeah, we all know who the real monkeys are, you know. The ones with Neanderthal DNA. That's from the caves. Yep, Caucasians. Pure Caucasians, the one that runs the government. The current world system. There's a few of them, but they have a pyramid scheme to where they're controlling, you know, things from behind the scenes, you know. But anyway, they have Neanderthal DNA, you know, and they're evil by nature. It's just their nature, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, they're corrupt, and yeah, and like I said, everything they called black people draw history was just them projecting what they are onto us. We are the normal human, while they are the monkeys, while they are the chimping out, while they are a cave beast, while they are destroyed by the sunlight because they got no melanin. I'm not talking about all white people though. I'm talking about those who are pure Caucasian with no black features, with no melanin or no dominant gene in them. You know how everybody's mixed today, right? Even if someone looks white, doesn't mean they're white. So there'll be people who won't look black at all. There'll be no way to tell. But I can teach people how to tell the features of the most subtle. Yeah. As long as they have one black gene in them, they're one of us. This is why they're not as evil as the Caucasian counterpart of them. Yeah. So because they're not fully white. No, sorry, I gotta use the real term. They're not fully Caucasian like the Caucasians. Yeah. The pure Caucasians. So they're not fully Caucasian. That's why those whites. So I guess I'll just really call them white. The ones who are, you know, who have good in them. That's why they're good, and yeah, that's why they, you know what I'm saying. There are those who are pure-minded as well. Then there are those who are evil, right? But yeah, but some of them, yeah, they're, because like I say, because if they're not pure Caucasian, that's why they have the potential to be good like all of us, because they have a consciousness. When you have a melanin gene in you, it makes you more conscious. It's part of what makes you more conscious. So, yeah, more connected. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah. So anyway, back to what I was saying, right? Okay. So the world system is designed to make men in general. Doesn't matter what race you are. You know, Spanish, black, Asian, white. You know, it doesn't matter. Anyone that's not part of their little group, you know, where they're secretly deceiving from the top. You know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, which is why America is considered a pyramid scheme. And you look at the dollar, you see a pyramid with an eye on top. Exactly. So anyway, just be aware, people, that the world system is designed, you know, to do this stuff on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that's not part of their little group, they don't care if it's even their own people. They will, you know, lump together and try to destroy together. Yep. Yeah. They target men mainly because they know the difference between masculinity and femininity, and they don't want men to be aware of their real nature, just like they don't want females to be aware of their real nature. Yeah, this society is designed to put females on top, you know, on purpose. You know, they're systematically given power by the men that run this world system because they want to make things unbalanced. If they put women in higher positions, it will make them unbalanced because they're not meant to have power, to be in the positions of power. And when it comes to men, by bashing men constantly from birth, not giving them, and trying to take away every outlet that we like, they're basically trying to feminize men. So I'm just telling you, like, all this stuff is done by design. So that's why, and the system is the men are systematically beat down by the system. The system makes it difficult for any man to get a job or even jump from job to job. Why do you think females can do it so easily? Because the world system is given to them. While to us men, we're systematically attacked and beaten down. That's right. But of course, some men escape that because in order to be affected by the lies of the world system, you have to care about them. That's why I say any man who cares about the system, the people of the system, is foolish. Because that very same system is going to drive you crazy. And you're going to be hurt and miserable all the time. Simply because your soul is connected to the system. Yeah. Unless you disconnect it from the system, you're going to be miserable. Save your energy, save yourself. You gotta understand the reality of men. Every man's an island. That's right, it's the truth. Every man's an island. Every man are individualists by nature. That's why we can't be deceived, because we're not a crowd pleaser or a herd follower. That's why, and yeah, our enemies knowing that. That's why they created the system to try to brainwash us from children. So that way, there'd be more of a chance of us being a follower without knowing. You know exactly. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. Okay. Any man who allows himself to be corrupt by the system has lost and fallen for the system's tactics. That's why they're in jail right now, or not just jail. That's why they're dead, or that's why they end up in scenarios where they got themselves killed, or yeah, all because they were led by negative emotions, which led to their demise, or to be maimed or in the hospital for life, or to go crazy, or suffer face worse than death, or to be in jail, incarcerated, all because they care what the system thought. So they got angry all the time, and they got themselves in scenarios that got them in trouble because they went along with the lives of the society, going along with their idea of what masculinity is instead of the reality of what masculinity really is. So they went along with the world system to prove themselves to the world system, and that's what got them into all kinds of mishap, this destruction, like all these drama, court dates, having to be forced to deal with the system, baby mama drama, paying child support, all kinds of shit that they got themselves into because they believe the lies of the system, and they didn't realize. Then some realize, some will get out of it, but some will realize too late, majority of the times. But then there are guys like me who never had to go through any of that or learned the hard way from the beginning, because I was always aware, even growing up as a child, I was destined to not be deceived, so that's why I couldn't be deceived. And thus, I never fell for a trap once. So I never put myself in a scenario that put me in a disadvantage. That's why this day I am rich. I am wealthy. I never lost anything in divorce or anything to the system, because I know how the world is, and I know the game, how to play it. I know what to avoid, what to use to my advantage. So I'm here to tell all men this secret, In order to enjoy your peace of mind fully without losing your peace of mind, without losing your sanity, you must detach from the system. It's not just men, boys too. You must live for yourself, because that's how it's supposed to be anyway. Men are individualists by nature. Remember, others are not entitled to your help. You can help people if you choose to, but not because you're pressured to. Remember that. So, only if you choose to, Just be aware that people are not entitled to your energy. Yeah. A man's worth is not based off what he do, a human doing. Yeah, nope, that's not true. It's not based on what he do. It's based off his own existence. Men and boys out there, listen to me as your brother. You are the definition of value itself, incarnate. Another term for the source. This is why the world system needs to, leech onto us, in order to steal our wealth and value, our sanity, and they have to dominate us to feel like they're powerful and all that. Why is it that way? Because we're the value itself. Yeah, we don't just produce value, we are the value. That's why we produce value. That's right. So we're the value itself. I understand a lot of boys and men are not aware of it, because you're not based off what you do, you're based off just existing. Understand? We're the definition of value. That's actually what masculinity is. Yep, it's power, it's value. Many terms for masculinity. It's the dark, it's the source. It's the one beyond good and evil, the creator of all reality. Understand that. So just be aware of your true nature, what masculinity means. Because we're masculine beings, we're men. We are beyond good and evil, and we're literally the source having a human experience. Yeah. When it comes to the opposite gender of females are only half the source, which is what chaos is. Females are not, despite popular beliefs, the truth is females are not God. Only men are. Females are goddess. And another term for goddess is powerless. Females are the opposite of men. Men are power, females are powerless. Men are up, females are down. Men are positive, females are negative. Men are strong, females are weak. Men are positive, females are negative. Men are peace, females are chaos. So I'm saying, all those are just terms for how we male and females are known as, universally. The dual mentality of existence. One side is based off masculine, one side is based off feminine. That's right. So just be aware of what you are. So, cause y'all been lied to about all kinds of stuff, including who's the good one and who's the bad one. Why do you think females, one of their nicknames is baddie? Oh, she's a baddie. Because they're the embodiment of the universal evil, while men are the embodiment of the universal good. also known as peace, while evil is also known as chaos. Females are what evil is in, we call it physical form, is a woman, yeah. And they're the embodiment of that part of us within us, the X chromosome. Not only is the X chromosome called the ego part of us, it's called the shadow mind, it's called the self-awareness counterpart, it's called the necessary evil, it's called the chaos. Oh, I just said that right, yeah. It's called the chaos. It's called the second mind. It's called the emotions. It's called the, yeah, that's the feminine side of us. Females are taken out of that. All females of every species, of every realm of existence, is based off of the taking out of the male. They're from males, and they're only made from that second mind of us, which is why they're double X. Yeah, they're just the embodiment of our second mind. While we men have both, we have the peace mind and the chaos mind. And females are taken just from the chaos mind, while men have both. Because the female's very existence is made from males. Yeah, they originally come from us. Even their existence is not their own. They come from us, though. Oh yeah, but as I was saying, oh yeah, before that, the egg comes from the sperm. Okay, now that I clear that up, now, let me see. Oh yeah, so anyway, this world system will drive you crazy if you let it. That's all I can say. Any man who's in jail, incarcerated, you know, or in the wrong place at the wrong time, all because they wanted to prove themselves to the system in different ways, yeah, those men lost. So, or ends up paying child support, they've lost. Of course, not every man keeps losing. Some men will get out of that, you know what I'm saying? While there are men who are hopeless and will die that way, die miserable. Oh yeah. Like many husbands die just to get away from their wife. That's the only way to escape, you know, that commitment to their horrible wife. Exactly, see? Yeah. Well, some will just straight up divorce, saying, forget the deal. Exactly. Because they don't want to be stuck with her for life. But of course, because of that, they're, yeah. You gotta understand, even if we get a prenup, like they say, it can be thrown out by the judge at any time. Yes, so that even that's a lie. They tell you a prenup will protect you. Nope. It's a set up by the world system. Yeah. It's a set up by the world system just to have you still have a chance to get married, you know, thinking you're safe. But anyway. Yeah. So anyway, this world system is so ridiculous, you know, that a man is a fool by acknowledging the system. You must not acknowledge the world system. Keep your energy to yourself. The system is not worthy of your energy. That's why if you accept the lies of the system, why it drives you crazy over time, even if you lie to yourself that you're okay, yeah, you're still suffering badly within, you know. You're still not attracted to females who want to have equal treatment, who want to be equal to men. There's a reason why there's a part of you that's not attracted to that, but you lie to yourself that that's normal because you believe the life of the system, men and women are equal, that, you know, equal treatment. So you believe that's normal. So therefore you tolerate it, thinking it's normal, but the true you within you is suffering, and you're suffering from it. But you're forcing yourself to go along with her lies because you want to be accepted by society, and you know that and believe the lie male and females are equal. So, you know, in a relationship, and which is not true. So that's why you suffer, you know, for life. And yeah, you have to kill yourself to get away from that, or divorce, or exactly. If you knew the truth about male and females from the beginning, you wouldn't have to suffer. You know, females are our servants, while we men are the masters. Exactly. So even though there's no equality, they serve us or get out. It's that simple. Exactly. So anyway, before I close the video, any man that acknowledges the world system is a fool. If you take it seriously, you're a fool. And then don't say I didn't warn you. That's why I never take the world system seriously. Why I'm happy at the happiest. I'm at peace. I'm alive. I feel fully masculine, strong, uplifted. There's nothing about me that's miserable. Not even a tiny millisecond or a piece of me that's miserable. I am at the highest core of being, of happiness, of peace. I am enjoying myself to the fullest. Why? Because I avoided all the traps. Exactly. So you gotta understand that, people. You need to, yeah. Like I said, but hey, if you believe at least one lie of the world system, then you're still going to be in that system. Yep. Unless you get detached from all the lies, not just mostly a few, or or even one. You have to separate from all the lies. In order to know the truth, you have to know yourself. You have to seek it out yourself. You got to think for yourself in order to come to the truth. Because the truth is right there. People just don't recognize it. So anyway, that's enough of this video. This video. So remember, folks, don't take the world system seriously. The world system is so ridiculous that taking it seriously would be foolish. This is why I ignore the people of the world system. Remember, I don't do that to other humans. I just do that to the humans who's of the world system. I don't acknowledge their existence, and that's why a lot of them left me alone. Because they were, yeah, just like throughout life, every human, right? We all have enemies, right? There are people who tried me, but they failed because I made them look stupid through every encounter. Why? How did I make them look stupid? Okay, imagine. Okay, I was walking somewhere, right? If they were to say an insult, it doesn't matter where I'm at, whether I'm in the rich part of town, whether I'm in the ghetto, whether I'm in the middle, where I'm traveling, or where I'm going, or I'm visiting the spirit world, or the physical world, no matter where I'm at. There will always be someone there who try to, well, not all the time though, because when you keep going back to certain places, people will recognize you and give up. Yeah, but anyway, there are people who tried me, right? They use words, and what did I do? I ignored their existence. I kept walking, because words are just words by itself. So when you ignore the existence of words, exactly, words can only affect the mind that lets it. So when people see it wasn't working, I made them look like an idiot, because they weren't used to that. They were used to just people getting mad at their insults and then fighting with people, provoking somebody. Not just fighting, but also set them up to get arrested or get in trouble. Yeah. So there are guys like me who ignored their existence, and they end up looking stupid. Yep. Yeah. Because they need your acknowledgement in order to, yeah. If you don't give it to them, they look stupid. And then because I'm now recognizing those areas, I return to certain areas more than once. All those adversaries there gave up. Exactly. Because they need my reaction in order to have something. Then when it comes to, let me see here. What else? Yeah, that's why I say people, like, even if someone says something about your mama, the famous one, right? Said, bro, it's not worth it. Like, if they do something wrong once, you must ignore their existence for life. They're not worthy of you. Unless you know yourself that some people truly repented, like became good again. Like, those who are, but because you're in tune spiritually, you'll be able to tell when someone's lying or telling the truth. So, yeah. And even then, it's up to you to want to befriend somebody or not. So people can't force you to. So, yeah. But anyway. The world system can affect you if you don't let it. And then you can keep, enjoying your advantage, get richer, get, wealthier, get, mind, body, and soul, spirit. Soul is another term for personality. The mind is mind beyond the emotion mind. And, living life, carefree. Excuse me. Excuse me. I drank a lot of water. That's why I felt like belching. But just be aware of that, people. Okay. The world system, man. The world system is designed on purpose to make y'all upset. Yeah, to make it not fair. That's not fair, or life's not fair, or pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Like a lot of guys are conditioned to play a part in the system, demonizing and corrupting other men. So, ignore the sellouts. But anyway, the point is, the system is designed to get y'all upset on purpose. In order to win, it's not to play. You can't acknowledge it doesn't matter if you're a boy or a man. If you're in a school and the system is against masculinity, I'll tell you this, boys, ignore the females and the teachers that promotes the world system, and the boys who are still immature, who behave like a female, corrupt, rambunctious, Ignore anyone who's corrupt. Boys, I'm telling you this, in elementary school, middle school, high school, it doesn't matter, college. Ignore the haters of your person, anyone who hates you or who's your enemy or who's trying to promote the world system. I advise you not to take them seriously. Ignore their existence. Only do the paperwork, when it's time to do tests, pages. Just do your part, but just ignore the extra stuff, otherwise you'll be driven crazy. Separate from them. Don't give the females of your class, even the female teacher, male attention for free. Don't give them your male attention for free. They're not worthy of that. Also, then men, continue to do do what you do, grind, build wealth, however you choose to do it. Continue doing what you're doing, and then continue doing what you already know. I don't really have to tell you, huh? Yeah, ignore the existence of the society we live in. Yep, and then there's not anything they can do to us. Anyway, that's what I'm going to say in this video. I'm going to take a nap, and then I'll work on my hobby, my artwork, finishing my comic book series. Yeah, see, I make my own stories, right? And then I read them over and over. It never gets old. Not only do I like to read comics or play video games or watch TV, I like to make my own stories, my own series. and it's special because I made it myself. That's the thing. It's a story I made it myself. I love it. So yeah, whenever I finish a comic book series, I will reread it over and over. Some of my series will have 100 episodes. Some of my series will have close to 1,000 episodes. Some of my other series will have like 10 episodes. Some will just be a full movie. It'll be a comic book movie, as long as a movie. Yeah, and it won't be even be an episode thing. It'll just be a one big movie. And that's it. And then yeah, and then I got comic books that we call it imitate a video game. When you're looking at the comic book, the panels, it looks like you're playing a game. Like even the RPGs, not just platformers, RPGs as well. And it's a story and everything. I make comic books where it's when you look at it, it's an illusion that it's a video game being played. So I can make up my own video game world on paper. So instead of calling it a video game on the comic book, I call it a comic game. Yeah. Anyway, this is it. So I'm gonna go back to bed. The sun is risen. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to bed, and I think I'm gonna astral travel while I sleep. You know, while my body rests, just to see what other spiritual beings are up to. I might even pick on the demons just for the fun of it, like I always do. Yeah. Okay. That's enough of that. Peace.